going to share with you that how I prepare baby oil for my baby. There are many available products in the market, but I personally prefer to prepare that on my own because I want to do that with all natural ingredients, which is totally chemical free. So this is my personal preference, and if you would like to do something similar for your baby, you can do that. It's quite easy. Most of the products here which I have is organic, but yes, some of them are totally natural but not organic. But then yes, these are chemical free. So let's get started. So yeah, so here we'll just go through the list of the items which I have. So whatever you have is good. And you can purchase some if you like, and then if you don't have, then few oils are totally optional, because some of the oils are career oils which are irreplaceably, so maybe you can use one of them. But every oil has different properties, different type of fatty acids, different type of vitamins. So yes, that's the reason I'm using all of the oils together to get all the benefits. So let's get started. We have apricot. This is apricot oil, Now Foods, which is easily available in Amazon. And why I have chosen this is that rather than going for a smaller size, I prefer bigger sizes because it's cost effective. So similarly, the grapeseed oil, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, vegetable glycerin, we have olive oil, rose water is optional. I'm going to tell you, just stay connected. I'm going to tell you how I'll be using that. It's not as part of an oil, but how we can use that at a later point of time. Any bottle to store your oil for your, if you have preferences of a transparent bottle, then bottles like this with a flip, which is easy for pouring. But for these type of bottles, you need to have a label. But if you decide to have some colored bottles like this with a flip, but then you need not have a label every time you use it or reuse it after washing. And so you can store different type of products, like one can be your hair oil, one can be your baby body oil basically, or one can be even massage oil. So yeah, so the colors like this, if there are products like this, then you don't need much of the label, because slowly eventually you have prepared it, you will remember which container have what. Or if you prefer some glass containers, then you can go for it. But then yes, I think for babies it is not that convenient. We can do these things for ourselves because it requires a lot of patience to use it and do it. It might get spilled or so, but then for the babies, yes, if even if it falls, then you're not at, because it's only part of the bottle which is open. So I prefer something like this, where it is easy to pour in and also pour out for your usage. So yeah, and then I have jojoba oil, and I have this product is Jason vitamin E oil. It's available in 5000 IU and 45,000 IU also. So IU is like more like potency, that how much vitamin E oil it is, because it is having some other oils also other than vitamin E. So it is definitely not just only vitamin E. So yeah, let's get started. So yes, you also need, I'm having one empty bottle of my avocado oil for pouring in all the oils which you'll be using, and a funnel. And then I'm using 1 cup, so it can be any cup depending on your preference. So for example, if you want to try with a small size, then you can go for even for tablespoons at a time. So yeah, I will suggest that once you want to try this, then you can just have tablespoon of each rather than, you can repeat the recipe with the tablespoon rather than a cup. So why I am doing this is that I want to store this all together rather than getting into this effort of putting all the oils again and again. So I will be storing this in a big bottle, and all the other oils in a refrigerator, and only one bottle will be out for my use. And since I will be putting some liquid inside this, which I'm going to tell at a later point of time, and that's the reason I want to have majority of more oil stored here, and then only some oil outside. So yeah, let's get started. So yes, now let's get started first with the coconut oil, which is my major base of the oil, because I have particularly tested all type of oil so far, and my baby is not allergic in any aspect to this particular oil. So this will be my majority of the base, in addition to the sweet almond oil and a little bit of glycerin. So these are the oils which are like quite safe, and even the grapeseed oil is quite safe. Some people can be allergic to the sweet almond oil sometimes. Then yeah, I prefer that do test a little bit with your babies, a little bit, with a little bit of oil first before using these oils. More you start with small quantities, you will get to know the best possible combination with your child. So in India, basically, coconut oil is like having a lot of properties. It helps moisturizing dry skin and inflammation, and keeps skin hydrated for long, and helps in skin repair if any damages. Every Indian mom is having this at their home for their babies. So it's not only for this oil, but also, for example, if your baby had some injury and they had some scars, so if you just apply even just this oil repeatedly again after again, having some burns or so, the repeated usage of just coconut oil is believed that it will be removing those scars. So yes, that's the very reason that I'm using this oil as my majority of the base. So since this is the majority amount, it will go. I'm using like 1/3 cup because my bottle is like a little smaller. So you can use if you want to create some more bigger size. So here is coconut oil is mostly sometimes frozen. If it is if it is on the like USD organic product, not the one which you use for cooking. If it is in its original shape, if it is like a cold temperature, then it will be like frozen, but you need to warm up a little bit to use that in a liquid form and pour it like this in your funnel, your bottle, this funnel. So here goes my second cup, which is a 1/3 cup measure. And here goes the third. This is the combination which works best for me. So yes, you can try for your babies. So we are done with this. I'm just keeping it as sweet almond oil. So this is also one of the best carrier oils available. So here goes the 1 cup of this. Now keeping this aside. Now let us have our glycerin. 1 cup of glycerin. Glycerin is a natural humectant kind of. It is having a humectant properties. So if it is not artificially withdrawn, it is taken from the naturally from the vegetables, which is this is vegetable glycerin, 100% pure vegetable glycerin. It is a very very good humectant. So what it means is that it penetrates very easily in the body, gives you the softness, and retains. It helps retaining the moisture of the skin. Now, even jojoba oil, for that sake, is also considered as a very good humectant. So let us take 1 cup of this too. Jojoba oil is also, like, used as a career oil, but I have seen that more of this oil doesn't suit a lot to me and the baby. So I'm that's the reason I'm taking just only one. If I take more of this, uh, kind of a skin get a little bit dry, little patchy at times. So for jojoba oil, it is considered that it is, very close to the sebum which our body gives. So it is definitely, it keeps the moisture intact in our body because it's very close to our natural sebum, our body's natural sebum, and is a great humectant ingredient. It since it prevents so much, the moisture in the body, it doesn't allow to lose that. That is also one of the reasons that it is highly recommended and used in the hair oils. It keeps the dandruffs off because of that, because it keeps the moisture intact, and then you get less dryness. So now I have this vitamin E oil, 5000 IU. So in this quantity, not 1 cup, because vitamin E oil in general is like quite heavy. Half a cup in this quantity will go, because this is not, I have used this product just like that. So I know that this is not purely vitamin E, which we used to get in the type of tablets or so. If you're using vitamin E tablets or so, then you might need just like 4 to 5 in this complete thing, in this complete recipe. But this is not just vitamin E oil; it is vitamin E oil added with some other oils. This particular product itself. So that's the reason I'm just using more of this, because it's not vitamin E; it's in the purest form. So this will also go half. Half is like sufficient enough for the complete bottle. So yeah, like many other oils have vitamin E, and then having more of vitamin E is having its own advantages. Vitamin E oil in general is a very very good antioxidant, but it is very heavy. So that's the reason it often, clog pores. That's the reason it has to be used in a very very less quantity. Otherwise, it will not let your sweet skin breathe in from inside. So if you're, as I mentioned, if you're using tablets or so, vitamin E oil tablets, it has to be very less. But then since this oil has vitamin E with some other oils, I'm using half cup. And then this is like 45,000 IU, and then I am using just a pinch, like almost like 1 tablespoon of this, just to settle that, nothing more, very less. I will just say it's like few drops, 10 to 15 drops. Yeah. Next is apricot oil. Apricot oil contains high fatty acids, vitamin E and A, which helps to moisturize and nourish your skin. So it is good for that aspect. So we are going to take one proportion of whatever your measurement unit is. So my measurement unit is 1/3 cup. as that is the size of my bottle. Now next is avocado oil. Avocado oil is like amazing. We don't have this oil in India. I was not aware of this oil, but let me tell you that once I'm here, I am such a big fan of this oil. I use it even directly at times when I need an immediate moisturization. It is very high in the fatty acids, and it is it is having a good amount of vitamin E, and it penetrates deeply than any other plant oil, and that is what I have really observed when I apply this oil alone also. So yes, I am going to take 1 cup of this with all my other oils. Now grapeseed oil, let us take 1 cup of this too. This is also one of the very good available career oil. Chances are very less that your child or you can be allergic to this oil because it's very light. It's very light, and that's the reason it gives a very good amount of moisture immediately, as it's very light. It's high in linoleic acid, which is much easier on your baby skin than any other oil which is having oleic acid kind of content, because that makes them heavy. Since it is high in linoleic acid, then it becomes more lighter and easily absorbable, and make the skin soft. So I am done here with my oils. So let's just store it like this in refrigerator with all the other oils. I prefer to keep my oils in refrigerator, all of those, just to be to keep their freshness intact, because at the end of the day it's like some plant product. Since all the oils are oils together with different fatty acids, it will not have any problem dissolving with one another, uh, and will be a base to any other recipe which we want to go further. So so now either you're good to go storing in the bottles like this, which is my personal preference, as I don't need a label for that. For this particular product, I'm using like I go flip flop bottle, which you can get from Walmart or even Amazon for that sake. So these are the bottles which I'm using. I'll give the link to all of the products which I'm using in my video comments, so please don't bother to write it down as such. It will be available in the comments for you to refer. So this is the bottle I'm using, and I will be pouring. And I'm pouring it like almost even halfway through. So now I'll be adding a little bit of rose water onto that. I'm just coming to the reason that I'm trying to add it. I know that it doesn't dissolve, and I'm not putting any kind of preservative, no preservative at all. So you have to ensure that if you're following this step, then you're using this product within 1 week of you're having that much of usage where you are able to use this product within 1 week. Because if you see, it doesn't mix well. Yes, it doesn't mix well. But we have to use some kind of water to this, because if you have worked with oils a lot, then you have realized that it is like on a if your body is damp and having some water, it will be easily absorbable in your on your body. So if you are having any sort of water, maybe a little lemon also in addition to your this rose water is a little safe, so I'm using it. If it was for some elders like us, I would have added a little bit of lemon water itself directly in that, because it is rich in vitamin C also, and also it helps to break the fatty acids a little bit, and it just penetrates very good, very smoothly. So this product, let us try to use it. Just we need to take it and directly apply on the baby. We have to just ensure that we have to use this product immediately after the bath, when the baby is like having still having a little moisture in the body and it's not completely dried up. That's the best time that the oils like this will be absorbed by the baby's body, effectively. So that's the tip. So don't use it like once dried it more. But having said that, it also doesn't mean that that you have not to use it. I am using it like to go to oil, cream, lotion, or anything for that sake. For even after every time I have diaper change, I when I wash her for that the area, and then I apply this also. So but then I'm ensuring that that area is dry and I'm doing it. But then yes, for the morning routine or for the evening or night routine, whenever the baby have a bath, that is the best time to pour these kind of oils and massage a little bit and help that penetrate into the body. It will, if the body is little wet, you will realize from your own experience that it is sinking in a lot easier and better, rather than in a dry body. For dry body, you need to massage it a lot to go through. So if the body is little wet, it will be very easy. And since I have added rose water in this particular product, then it is even more easier. Yes. And if you're confident that you can work with a very little amount of lemon water with your children, very little, because it is acidic, but yes, it is having a very good amount of vitamin C and it works very good with oils. So little bit of that is fine. It's not at all a problem if you are fine. So all these oils can be used. So yeah, so one thing which I would like to discuss is that I'm using these oils for my daughter, but every child is different. So you have to take the oils or pick the oils which is good for your baby, which you think, if your baby is allergic to some oils, then don't go for this recipe. This is my go-to oil for all the type of seasons, but yes, in specific, if I have very cold winters and a lot of dry skin, then I have prepared this cream using shea butter, cocoa butter, and the other oils, like specifically coconut oil, which is like always my preference, and some other products. So this is like very rich and creamy, which I use only for winters. As you see, this is almost getting over. I have to prepare this. So if you are interested in a cold cream type of rich cold cream for baby, then please keep watching my other videos. I will be shortly posting a video how to prepare a cream for this, and then I stored that like in a box like that. Thank you. So yes, that's it friends. Hope you like the video. Please provide your comments and feedback on what you would like to see in my future videos. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to receive notifications once any new video is posted. Till then, enjoy little things with your baby and stay blessed.